and hunger. The road is still the road, leading to the next coast. The next cast.
That is freaking cool!
A string of plans and expectations, folding into the messiness of a life well lived.
Pull up in the Benz, my bag like Prada. Really going in, going ham, big God. Really thought I wouldn't, but I am what you thought. Oh, ay, yeah, I'm ballin' like Nair. Ay, and if you fake, disappear. Ay, and you don't
The game is rigged and not in your favor. You've been sold the idea that health insurance has your back, but you're not a person to them. You're a number, a stat. It was never about your health. It's about their profit margins. But there's another way. It's community care, a healthcare system powered by the same values that make CrossFit more than just a workout, a community that helps each other, covers each other, and rises together through sickness and life's most unexpected challenges. It's time to rethink healthcare, to stop relying on the system that's failed us. They sell sick care. We power health. Community care.
I gravitate towards tube boot because I'm always looking for a belt that's lightweight and reliable that can keep up with my training in the gym. I just strap it on. I know it's going to take. I can loosen it, tighten it, whatever I need to do. And it's going to have my back.
After all
I
these,
gravitate towards tube boot because I'm always looking for a belt that's lightweight and reliable that can keep up with my training in the gym. I just strap it on. I know it's going to take. I can loosen it, tighten it, whatever I need to do. And it's going to have my back.
Strap what?
after all these years, we're still at it.
Incredible.
The cold, the wet, numbness and hunger. The road is still the road, leading to the next coast. The next cast.
That is freaking cool.
A string of plans and expectations, folding into the messiness of a life well lived.
Two days down, the final day to go. 6 events in the books. One final event to determine who are going to be our 2 men and our 2 women that will be heading to the CrossFit Games this year in San Jose, California. Welcome, everybody. Pool Boy over here with myself, Bill Grundler. And we are at the Northern California Classic, as you can see down there on that beautiful logo, all check marked. We've had a fantastic handful of days here. The weather has been amazing. You've been talking about how warm it is, and it's really nice. I mean, it has gotten warm towards the end here. Last event for these athletes to have to deal with. Fantastic races, fantastic events, fantastic crowds. Give me a quick thought for the day so far.
God, you know, it's for the day. This is probably the most beautiful day we've had. And even though it is warm, it is hot. Nothing in compared to previous NorCal years. I've been enjoying myself watching the community events going on throughout the day. A couple of athletes of mine that I went out and coached, watched the girlfriend compete, you know, all that great stuff. Went over, checked out some of the vendors out there, picked up some Project Linear, one of the vendors here, wearing their stuff on the broadcast. And God, it's just been a great day. I'm excited for the race we are about to see, Bill.
Let's take a look at the men's leaderboard as we get it ready to go into the final event here. We have Mr. Tudor Magda sitting up at the top of the leaderboard, 496 points, with Dylan Hamming, 436 points. So that's a 60-point spread of those 2 gentlemen that are sitting in that games ticket area location. But right outside the fence, we have Nikita Youngdov, about 6 points out of that position, and Mitchell Stevenson right behind them. Also not really out of contention.
Nope.
There's a lot of things that can happen here. Now, Tudor obviously has himself a little bit of comfort there up at the top. Dylan Hamming only a 6-point position over Nikita Youngdov. Is he set to go, or does he need to be worried?
Oh man, are you familiar with the term deja vu, Bill? Deja vu. Man, I remember this. You and I covered the exact same scenario that Dylan Hamming was in back at the Legends in Del Mar sitting within striking distance of a qualifying spot to the CrossFit Games, and just saw it absolutely slip through his fingers as he collapsed in that final event. And here we are, Dylan Hamming back in a position where he can either take that second place finish, second place overall spot over to the San Jose, California, to this year's CrossFit Games, or is he going to let it slip through his hands and get out of reach once again, Bill?
I mean, technically right now, no one is mathematically locked. Even Tudor, who's sitting up at the top. If you look at Tudor, if he finishes about 22 points outside and Dylan wins at 22 points outside, if he takes one of the bottom positions, has any sort of an epic fail, and Dylan wins the event, then Dylan's going to go ahead and take over that number one spot. So that's a big chunk of points that can be overtaken. So it's possible. If you look at Nikita, if Nikita wins over and Tudor finishes near the bottom, Nikita could hop in there as well. Dylan's situation, he basically is in control of his own destiny. He has one person to beat. He has to beat Nikita. If he does not beat Nikita, if there's a two-person spread, depending on where they are on the leaderboard, two people basically, then Nikita's going and Dylan misses out on that.
Listen, Bill, I'm going to give you one final Pokemon reference.
Jeez. Here we go. We still got to get the ladies. Come
Dylan
on,
and Nikita, this is their opportunity. Right now, they are both sitting at a base level Pikachu. One of them is fighting to grab that Thunderstone in order to evolve into the premium Raichu and head on over to the San Jose CrossFit Games, baby. Let's go.
If I was
Who's going to do it? Who's going to evolve?
If I was 13 years old, I might understand what you're talking about, but I'll just take it as everyone's in control of their own destiny. We'll let that go that way. Finally, we have Mr. Mitchell Stevenson. He does have an opportunity if he wins the event and Dylan takes 14th place, then Mitchell will pass him up there. But if we look on over to the ladies before we get started, up at the top of the leaderboard, Miss Rachel Noel, 536 points with Alex Gazan, last year's champion, sitting at 515 points. Now, technically, our ladies aren't mathematically clinched into those positions, but we're going to be very, very close. And our ladies still have the opportunity to kind of bounce around there a little bit. Carissa has to have a 51-point spread on Alex to hop in there, and she is sitting in that number 3 spot. So again, it's a big jump. Same thing with Lily Burkhead. Has to have some amazing finishes and some epic fails by our two top leaders there. And for both the men and the women, our people that are up in the top two, when we're looking at Rachel and we're looking at Dylan, both of them have done really, really well overall, but when they don't do well, it ends up being something that's a hard fall to the bottom. So they really need to make sure that they stay up at the top. We're going to get started here with our men's, the first of 4 heats, as we look down onto the floor, and they are already starting to work on this event. And the event's called Toe Tag. We have 10 deadlifts, 30 backwards handstand walks, have to be done in 2 15-foot segments. 20 toes to bar, 30 unbroken forward handstand walk, 20 deadlifts. We do the backward handstand walk again, 10 bar muscle ups, 30 unbroken handstand walk, back to 20 deadlifts, 30 backwards handstand walks, 20 toes to bar, and 30 handstand walks all the way to the finish. 365 pounds for the men. Now that deadlift, 365 pounds, if you look at the totality of all the deadlifts, we have 50. Is that a heavy weight for these guys, or is it for, if we're trying to find somebody who's trying to go to the CrossFit Games, this should be something easy for them?
The deadlift weight, repeat that one more time, Bill.
365.
365 pounds. That's not a deadlift weight that's necessarily something for these athletes to be bashful about, but it is also nothing to be light. With the more top-level elite heats, we're going to see some people really hammer those deadlifts. But again, I think the deadlift isn't necessarily going to be the crutch of the workout, as we see some of these athletes taking their time on the handstand walk. I don't even think that was our heat, Bill. I want to say that was one of the final Masters heats.
Oh, we're looking at 327. We're supposed to be going right now. Let's see.
Because I saw a gentleman out there with a cowboy hat.
Oh, that's right.
That's
Maybe.
NorCal.
Yeah, who looked oddly
We might be a
familiar to
little
me.
bit behind. It's possible.
Yeah.
It's very possible. We hopped in. We had all of our leaderboards over there. So it looked like these guys are coming up. Yeah, I don't remember those guys.
Yeah, I think I saw my boy Josh Fernandez out in the field, owner of Richard Russell CrossFit down in the Monterey area. So that's what made me believe that maybe we got a little early, which is
Okay. That's
cool,
all right.
You know? Gave
That's
you guys
all
a
right.
little flash of the community events.
You can see everyone out there in the crowd. It's been warm. Let's see a lot of sunglasses. See a lot of suntans out there, which is one of the coolest things about a CrossFit crowd. A lot of good-looking bodies. A lot of happy people to be hanging out in the sun. Did you work out at all while you were here? I saw a lot of people doing like community workouts and some of the side workouts and seminars and stuff.
At the venue itself, no. Earlier on, took a class from Bryson and Taylor Self, the owners of Sentinel Training. They did some guest coaching over at Blair Morrison's gym.
Nice.
Anywhere CrossFit, so took a class there. But yeah, you're right. I did see my boy Wes Pyatt, Coast Range CrossFit owner.
Your boy is my boy.
He's my boss technically.
He was your boss?
Yeah, I work for him.
He was one of my trainers.
Nice, dude.
Yeah,
Cool.
I was his first gym.
You were his boss.
I was his boss.
And now he's my boss.
I'm your boss, basically.
That's true. That's true. Both my bosses are here. We got Matthew Souza as well working the.
We're just gonna boss you around. That's what we
But yeah,
do. You
so
just get bossed around.
Saw Wes Pyatt out there, which is cool. He was representing CrossFit HQ, doing an overhead seminar here, teaching the overhead squat, the overhead positions, the overhead presses. So hopefully some of the community spectators got to take advantage of that, get one-on-one training from a level 2 seminar, level 1, level 2 seminar staff, CrossFit level 3 trainer. So hopefully people took advantage of that. It's been a fun weekend. Weather's been perfect. And honestly, been doing this event every year since the inaugural year. And I want to say this has been the absolute most positive feedback that I've been getting from the community. People are just like smiles everywhere, enjoying it, having a great time. And that's really cool to hear.
It's really easy to have a good time out here with all the high vibes, and especially when you have nice weather. It's fantastic. Let's get back to the event here. So when you look at the toe tag event sponsored by Yeti, 50 double unders, you have 40 toes to bar, you have 90 feet of regular handstand walk that have to be done in unbroken segments.
Let me pause you, Bill. Where are you getting the double unders from?
I'm sorry, not double. What did I say?
You said
deadlift.
50
Sorry,
double
I meant deadlifts. I couldn't read my own handwriting there. So 50 deadlifts at the 365, 40 toes to bar. We have 90 feet of handstand walk, and that's 3 30-foot unbroken segments.
Yeah.
And then the backwards handstand walk. The crux of the workout here, what is it? Is it the handstand walk?
I think it's going to be the handstand walk. And normally, right, with the deadlift, we can kind of find strategies in terms of how are you going to break it up. If you're a strong athlete, you're going to hit it hard. If you're not the strongest deadlifter, that's totally fine. You're going to break those up in smaller sets because it's going to be that backwards handstand walk that's going to throw athletes off. Not necessarily because they can't do it, but I'm willing to bet you're going to see instances where athletes are going to come down too early because maybe they're anticipating finishing over that last line where the both hands need to cross, maybe come down too early, and then they got to go back to that first starting position. Another factor here too, Bill, is I'm talking to a lot of the community athletes. That floor is hot, raging hot, and I'm not even
every year.
And I'm not even being and I'm not even pulling on your yanking your chain or anything about that too, because some athletes have shown me like, hey, I wore gloves. They took the gloves off and they still had blisters on those hands.
Yep. Every year, Ben and Blair tell them and add that to their equipment list of things that they need to bring. So ideally, you want to be able to get through those handstand walks as fast as you can. Don't want to spend a lot of time on the ground. See Blair right there with the hat and the long sleeve shirt, putting some gloves on and showing them how it's done. When we're talking about qualifying athletes to the CrossFit Games, I always end up looking at the different elements that are there. A deadlift, we talked about 365. Sure, if you're talking about like a 315 for the general CrossFitter, that could be a heavy deadlift. For an athlete that's going to the CrossFit Games, should that be a heavy element for them? Or is it just, look, I can get through that. That's just one of those middle ground pieces that I'm going to need that may be working on my midline stability on the handstand walk, but it's just kind of a place setter for the workout.
It's definitely going to be something that's going to cause them to think before pulling. but it's not going to be necessarily something that's going to completely stop them in their tracks. But another thing I'm really curious on seeing is just that what you mentioned, that midline. How is pulling that deadlift bar that many times off the ground going to affect their midline, especially after the weekend of events that we had? That posterior chain is going to get really fatigued. It's already pre-fatigued going into this event from everything that we've been doing over the course of the weekend. How are those glutes, that lower back? How is the core going to feel when those athletes inevitably kick up in that upside down position?
You know, we have been doing a lot of pulling from the ground. We've seen sandbags, we've seen dumbbells, we've seen the heavy clean and jerk speed ladder yesterday. Just basically finishing it off here with some deadlifts. Midline on the deadlifts, 40 on the toes to bar, 10 on the bar muscle up. So we work the posterior chain, and then we work the anterior side as well.
Yep.
And then try to race your handstand walk. And I think what's going to be really interesting, how hard do you push, or what's the execution level look like on those handstands? I just think that I hope that we see people riding that line just because I selfishly want to see a good race with that.
Hey, yeah,
I mean, you can blow your chances right here. I mean, it's possible.
Exactly. I don't mean to cut you off, but another thing we're forgetting about is how are those hip flexors going to feel too with the accumulation of those toes to bar, and then plus I think we're ignoring those 10 bar muscle ups a little much. I want to say we're going to see some athletes maybe go into that thinking they're going to be able to do all 10 unbroken. I wouldn't be too surprised if we see some of those athletes come off the bar muscle up early with the face of like, wow, I didn't expect my first few to feel like that.
Now, are you talking heat 1 and 2, or are you talking our top dog heats 3 and 4?
Hey, it could be both. It could be all of it, you know? You never know. Plus, you got to think of all these different elements out there, plus the heat, how they've been able to recover between earlier's pretty hot event and going into this one. Were they able to stay out of the sun? Did they maybe come to the venue too early? All those things come into factor, you know?
They are really making us tap dance a long time out here as we're waiting for these guys to get started. They're already about 3 minutes was what we're hearing. Hold on, let me give them a tap dance. She's all keep on going. But you know what? While we're sitting here waiting, we have a handful of sponsors that we need to make sure that we thank. One of those being BiomaxPeptides.com. Make sure you use the code NorCal for 10% off. We also want to thank Competition Corner for all their work on all their graphics. And along with them, we will show you their commercials right now.
Pull up in the Benz, my bag like Prada. Really going in, going ham, full throttle. Really thought I wouldn't, but I am what you thought. Oh, ay, yeah, I'm ballin' like Mare. Ay, and if you fake, disappear. Ay, and you don't
The game is rigged and not in your favor. You've been sold the idea that health insurance has your back, but you're not a person to them. You're a number, a stat. It was never about your health. It's about their profit margins. But there's another way. It's community care, a healthcare system powered by the same values that make CrossFit more than just a workout, a community that helps each other, covers each other, and rises together through sickness and life's most unexpected challenges. It's time to rethink healthcare, to stop relying on the system that's failed us. They sell sick care. We power health. Community care.
I gravitate towards tube food because I'm always looking for a belt that's lightweight and reliable that can keep up with my training in the gym. I just strap it on. I know it's going to take. I can loosen it, tighten it, whatever I need to do. I'm just going to have my back.
After all these years, we're still at it.
Incredible.
The cold, the wet, numbness, and hunger. The road is still the road, leading to the next coast. The next cast.
That is freaking cool.
A string of plans and expectations, folding into the messiness of a life well lived.
Pull up in the Benz, my bag like Prada. Really going in, going ham, full throttle. Really thought I wouldn't, but I am what you thought. Oh, ay, yeah, I'm ballin' like Mare. Ay, and if you fake, disappear. Ay, and you don't
The game is rigged and not in your favor. The game is rigged and not in your favor. You've been sold the idea that health insurance has your back, but you're not a person to them. You're a number, a stat. It was never about their health. It's about their profit margins. But there's another way. It's community care, a healthcare system powered by the same values that make CrossFit more than just a workout, a community that helps each other, covers each other, and rises together through sickness and life's most unexpected challenges. It's time to rethink healthcare, to stop relying on the system that's failed us. They sell sick care. We power health. Community care.
And we're back out here onto the floor as our athletes are making their way. You can see them on the right-hand side of your screen there. This is heat number 1 of 4 for our elite male, the final event of our competition here at the Northern California Classic called Toe Tag, presented by Yeti over here on the Healy Trailside stage. Athletes getting set up. You can see them chalking up their bar. Man, look at their hands. All their hands. They got their gloves on. What will be interesting, now here's one thing we didn't, we were talking about the bar muscle-ups and how tough it would be with the midline and all that. Do you keep your gloves on for the toes to bar and the handstand and the bar muscle-ups?
It's so funny that you mentioned that, because I'm looking at the grips and gloves and thinking, what would I do?
And what would you do? I'm asking you.
No, I don't know. I would probably just keep them on. I mean, shoot, how many reps is it for the toes to bar?
20 each on the toes to bar.
Yeah, that's actually not a number to be shy about.
Right there, Mark. Who do we got there? What lane is that?
Lane 10, 15-ish. 15, Sean Early.
15, Mr. Sean Early working on the deadlifts. Couple reps, taking a break, standing up.
Breaking early. Smart move.
Spencer Carl in the headband and the curly do just up above him finishes up. And now we get to look at those reverse handstand push-ups, or I'm sorry, handstand walks. See the guys kicking up and then having to go back. All the guys are moving. Have you tried going backwards like that?
Yes, I've done NorCal every year. This is not a new movement for those of you who have been doing the NorCal Classic. We did backwards handstand walking, I believe, twice so far. So this will be the 3rd time implementing this movement at the NorCal Classic. Athletes now on to the toes to bar here. Chipping away again. Do you be aggressive with this? How is it going to affect the midline? Right here on the screen, we've got Jose Rios, I believe.
Man. So we were talking about, are these guys going to go unbroken? Unbroken on the handstand walk on the way down, coming backwards. Unbroken on the toes to bar.
Yeah, and
I think he looked better going backwards than he does going forward.
Hey, our brother ain't wearing. He's not wearing gloves.
He's not afraid.
No, he's not
afraid. All right, we've gone through our first iteration there of the handstand walk. We get back to our deadlift. We started off with 10. Now we're going to get into 20. How would you break this up?
Me, I am the absolute worst deadlifter in the world.
Wow.
That movement scares me. I would definitely be looking at this workout as a deadlift workout for me. So for me personally, I'd be doing 3s, 5s. 365 is a way heavy weight for me, with my max PR being 460. So probably breaking these bad boys up in quick sets of 3. But these athletes, bigger, stronger, definitely more handsome than I am. So they'll probably be moving it in sets of 5, 6, something around that range.
Johnny Sage up there in the very top working on a handful of deadlifts. You can see him there with the hat. Over here in lane number 7, Jose Rios, first to get to the barbell for the deadlifts. A little bit longer break on that. Looks like we have a hand up in the air. Was that for 5?
Yep, 5 left here.
Again, nice, he had to do a set of 20.
Ooh. Lane 23, I'd like to see Raymond get the hips down just a little bit.
Jose Rios is done with this 20 deadlifts, working on his next set of backwards handstand walks. Let's see what he does here. Had a good first round on the handstand walk. Kicks up top. Ooh, I don't know. I've never done it like that before. Now, remember, when you do your handstand walk, it's about falling in the direction that you're trying to walk. And this is always the way that everybody goes down anyway. Yep. 15 feet down, that's that red line that he just crossed. Very smooth. Wow, that was fantastic. 2 unbroken sets of backwards handstand walking.
Now I believe he's going to his first set of bar muscle-ups, I believe, Bill.
Yeah, this should be his set of 10 on the bar muscle-ups. And while he's getting ready for that, Raymond Sabat over on the right-hand side of your screen, working over in lane number 23.
And now what's interesting, Bill, is I believe you have to, at least to the community events, at least do your handstand walk in 15-foot increments. So that middle line, that red line, they are allowed to come down if need to at that point.
Yeah, there has to be at least the minimum distance for the walking backwards is 15 feet, right?
But interesting that Jose Rios feeling confident with that handstand position, just going the whole way. Ooh, there we go. See, we already kind of have an athlete maybe kicking up a little too early. Lane 20, we got someone who's not in the right lane. Because on my my heat sheet says it's an empty lane.
I think that's Zach Richards right there in lane. He's supposed to be in 21.
Ah, yes, I see it. He's just handstand walking in that open lane.
Jose Rios still working through and finishing up those bar muscle ups as he makes his way back down the floor with the 30 unbroken handstand walk. Now this element has to be done for a full 30 feet unbroken. And he is just smooth on his hands.
Looking good.
Done with that, he's setting up for another set of 20 on the deadlifts. So he's already done 30 deadlifts total. Getting ready for his next set here. Grabs the bar. You can see him on the right-hand side of the screen. 4, and looks like he's going to do sets. Well, okay. Came down at 4. Adjusting his grips just a touch there. There's 5.
Yeah, that was a good point you made too, Bill, about the forward handstand walk. The forward handstand walk has to be done completely unbroken in that 30-foot increment. But the backwards one, they could, if wanted, come down at that red line mark.
Now, something you mentioned about earlier was the temperature of the ground and the athletes that have gloves on their hands, and that Jose didn't have that. Now, it looks like he does have some. Are they just light colored gloves? Is that what those are?
Yeah, oh yeah, you're right. He does have gloves. Smart man.
I did see him shake his hands a little bit, so it looked like either he was dealing with the heat or dealing with the fatigue just on his hand, because there was a lot of grip on this too. Gripping on the bar, gripping on the toes to bar, gripping on the deadlift bar, gripping on the chest, the bar muscle up. So he has a lot of grip with just gloves, which a lot of these athletes, I know they're not used to that.
That's true. Is this Raymond Sabat in 24 or Johnny Sage? Because there shouldn't be anyone in lane 24, but someone is.
See the last one over there with the hat?
Yeah,
it
might
be
be
Johnny Cage.
Johnny Cage. All right, Jose Rios looking good. So far, the overall leader in this first heat.
Yeah, down at the bottom of the screen, Johnny Sage making his way back on the forward handstand walk.
Jose Rios choosing not to go down, and that's what happens. You know, you get a little too excited. He could have come down at that red line if he wanted to shoot for an unbroken increment. Ends up falling down, but he doesn't have to go all the way back, just starting at that red line.
10-minute time cap for these athletes, and we are just about to the 7-minute mark.
3 minutes left.
3 minutes left to go. Johnny Sage on the right-hand side of your screen. Jose Rios comes down with his backwards handstand walking. He has 20 toes to bar and 30 unbroken handstand walk forward, and then he will be done with his Northern California Classic weekend and a time to beat for the rest of the heats.
Yeah, these athletes want to have a good, strong finish to the weekend, have something to be proud about leaving the floor.
Raymond Sabat right there in lane 23, right above him, Zach Richardson up at the top of the screen.
Nice, good toe to bar here. Not so much of a knee bend in that backswing, keeping the levers nice and long, generating good momentum through that kip.
You know, with all the chalk that they blew off the ground, I wish they would have left it so you could just rub your hands. This is the ultimate chalk on your grip, on your grip event.
Ooh, reverting to singles on the deadlift over there. I think that was Raymond or Zach Richardson. Jose Rios finishing it up. Bring it home, big dog.
Final handstand walk, 30 feet for Jose.
Woo!
Looking at about the 8:15 mark right now. This is going to be under the time cap for him. And look at all the athletes that are really struggling to even get to this point. He comes across, and that is 8:25 unofficial for Mr. Jose Rios from CrossFit Fox Valley.
Nice job, big dog. Right here, I believe this is Raymond Sabat or Johnny Cage.
I think that's Johnny Sage right there. So this is what's happening. They're deadlifting and moving the bar on one thing and handstand walking in the other.
Interesting.
So they all have an extra lane. I just figured it out. They didn't tell us that.
You're so smart.
Just figured it out. It's like Sudoku. Got to do the Sudoku.
I will draw an arrow, Bill, on my next heat sheet.
I like it. 1 minute left to go. 9 minutes down. Man, look at this is what I was really interested about this event. For the ones that have it, they can actually race. The ones that don't have it, there's a lot of stopping. This, I think, was going to be very, we're going to see some foreshadowing and possibly some shuffling of the leaderboard, maybe up at the top for those top athletes if they don't have that handstand walk. 4 reps left to go. 30 seconds left.
We had one athlete that was just barely in the screen who thought was done, looked at his judge, put his hands up like, what? And had to go back for some reason.
Johnny Sage is done. He's working on his final handstand walk to see if he can get across the floor. He's got 15 seconds left to go. Looks like he just might make it.
Go, Johnny. Go, Johnny.
10
go.
seconds left to go for Johnny.
Oh, why did he get a no
rep?
rep? No rep for what? He was
not sure what that's for.
Yeah, he was literally in the middle of the handstand walk. How do you get a no rep? How do you get a no rep in the middle of a handstand walk?
I don't know, unless he came out of the line. I'm not really sure if that's what it was or not, but we'll figure out what that was. I think that the way that they'll score that is you see the hash marks in there. Those will be points for your handstand walk so that they can delineate who gets whatever if you're all stopped on the same one.
We got instant replay, don't we, Bill?
No, we don't. It's not our job. That's the judge's job to take care of all that stuff.
Okay.
We're just here to talk about it, but we do have a time for the rest of the field to beat Mr. Jose Rios with an 8:25. You called it. If you have those backwards handstand walks, the event's pretty much going to be in your wheelhouse. So we're going to have an interview with him. We're going to get him on the, okay, just checking.
Chill, Monica, chill.
Trying. Sorry, I was so excited.
Chat is saying the fingers went over the line, I'm guessing.
All right, we were unable to grab Jose Rios on that. Looks like we have a little bit of a discussion down there, like we were talking about with Mr. Johnny Cage. But heat number 1 is done.
Live chat, though, clarify, because finger on the line, he was still in the handstand walk. He was literally no rep in the middle of the handstand walk, so. Unless, maybe outside of the lane, maybe? Who knows? I don't know.
Our second heat will be making their way out here to the floor. Again, some of these athletes, if they have a really good time.
So is the arrow going this way for the handstand walk? Is that how it's working?
So 23 is where the deadlifts are, and then I think they walk in the empty lane up. No, I think it's one down because that's where Johnny was.
Beautiful. And Johnny was going in 24?
Yeah.
Okay, so Fran theoretically should be handstand walking in lane 24.
There you go.
Okay.
There you go.
I'm on track.
Heat number 2 is out there on the floor. And remember, we have some of these athletes. This is one of those events that I think any athlete from any heat can really throw a wrench into the action here. Remember, our scoring table goes as follows from 1st to 6th place. It's a drop of 5 points. Then we go 2 points from 7th to 21. And then after that, every place down is 1 point spread, which is going to be really important as we get to, especially on the men's side, with that 6 point spread between 2nd and 3rd place. A 7 point win or a 7 point spread will definitely get you a jump in there. And that's what Nikita is hoping for in that final heat.
Yep.
In heat number 2, who do we have out there on the floor?
Well, right there, who you see on the screen down in lane 25, we got our boy Fran Hurtado, and then we got Travis Wolf, Caden Hogan, Suga Kim, Kyle Bernier, then we got Johnny Charles, Ryan Zyloft, Kyle Malone, Justin Kennedy out of Go the Line Training, Kevin Schutz, and then Hunter Robbins Gibbons. I got my money on Suga. Starting off with those 10 deadlifts here at 365 pounds. Ooh,
Are you one of those? Are you one of those athletes that would do like a single like that? Are you? Can you do that?
I hate doing singles.
I can't do that at all.
I
I
hate it.
the first lift, so I would rather hold on to that thing and hold on to it as long. Once I get the first one, I will hold on it as long as I possibly can.
It's actually, to put it in perspective for the audience that aren't familiar with what we're talking about, sometimes it's easier to do a 2-rep max than it is a 1-rep max.
Totally. Fran Hurtado was first to get to the backwards handstand walk right there with the white tank top, along with Travis Wolf right next to him. Ooh, wow. This judge is not messing around. Very aware of what is happening and to see where those hands are on the line or not on the line. But Fran Hurtado gets brought back. Travis Wolf right next to him with the no shirt and the green hat has started on the toes to bar. Same thing with Caden Hogan right next to him.
Justin Kennedy on this. Nope. Kyle Malone on the screen.
Kyle Malone. Or is that Moline?
Moline.
Kyle Moline.
Not to be confused with Kyle Malone. Going back to chalk up his grips, his gloves, his mittens, whatever. Misfit athlete, represent. Used to follow that training program for the majority of my career. Great dudes over there at the Misfit camp. No rep. Get back, sir.
Travis Wolf gets a little bit ahead of himself. Stepping over that.
I think he kicked up over the wrong line. I think that was the problem there. Down in lane 15, Johnny Charles.
Johnny Charles comes across nice and easy. Wow, looks like okay. These athletes need to figure out where they need to walk because they seem to be having a lot of discussion with the judges here. Johnny Charles, you can see him over in lane 14 with the deadlift. First to strike on the deadlift, having no problem with that set. We'll see what he's going to do. All right, a set of 3 as we're working on a set of 20 on the deadlift here.
And it looks like that's Kyle Bernier joining him too down in lane 17. Looks to be about the second place position in this heat.
Caden Hogan down at the bottom in lane 21. That's him right there in the center of your screen with Travis Wolf right off to the left. And Fran Hurtado has made it back down to that start line all the way on the left-hand side of your screen. Ryan Zeisloff in lane 11. You can tell with that black headband and that blazing blonde hair he has up there.
Blazing. Johnny's got to watch that bounce.
A lot of these athletes, they're doing a handful of reps of whatever number they're going to do, 5s, 3s, whichever, and that's a long walk back away from the bar.
Yep, Caden Hogan on the screen looking good. Other athletes on the screen there resting. Travis Wolf. Caden Hogan, did he just place that gently on the floor rather than dropping it? Didn't want to break the bar, yes.
Caden kicks up and slowly makes his way back again, using that bounce, trying to fall backwards since he's walking backwards. There's that 15-foot line. Looks like he made it across there.
Close.
Again, only have to do 15, or minimum of 15 feet. You can keep on going if you want. If you fall early, then they'll bring you back down at that 15-foot line. Close on that line to see what the judge was going to let that go. It looks like they did. That's good.
Caden Hogan's going.
Gets across that line for the second set of backwards handstand walks as he gets into 10 of bar muscle-ups.
Let's see how aggressive he is going to be. And there he is, kicking up for his first bar muscle-up. Good, solid kip and lockout. Let's see how aggressive he's going to be on these bills. He's going to try to go close to that unbroken set. What is he, 3 in? This is number 4.
There's your hand in the air. Comes down halfway.
That was 6. I was 1 rep off. Down in lane 15, Johnny Charles. Ditto, you owe me a so, or no, is it a crap? What is it when you say something at the same time?
A Fit Aid.
Damn.
In a Yeti.
Jinx, you owe me a soda.
Fit Aid in a Yeti.
Ooh, no rep. Way to keep him honest, Judge.
Man, when you see an athlete take a knee like that in the middle of an event, they're not racing anymore, whether they're in the lead or not. Like, that is a trying to recover position. So you can see Johnny Charles right in the middle of your screen with the no shirt and the gray shorts. Big chunk of reps there.
Yeah, that was the fuel that Johnny Charles wanted to see. Ooh, but shoot, that's the thing. Look how aggressive our boy was here, kicking back up into that upside down position. Johnny Charles came off the bar muscle ups first.
Caden makes it across the line for those straight 30-foot unbroken handstand walks as he goes into his second set of 20 reps on the deadlifts. Not a long break. I like that. Stay in the game. Get a couple reps out of that set of 20. See what he goes through here. Looks like that was a set of 5, 4 or 5. Do you tell an athlete to walk away from the bar, or do you make them stay at the bar? Tired or not tired? What do you have them do, Coach?
I mean, ideally, you'd want to stay over the bar, but it's just that, like, just sweet, gentle relief of taking a couple steps back, taking a breath, taking a step forward. It's kind of almost like something that keeps you on timing, on rhythm. Kevin shoots, heading back to his deadlift bar.
Saw a little bit of Hunter Robbins-Gibbons in his bucket hat way over in lane number 3. Caden right there on the left, working through that. Suga Kim in the blue shorts.
Let's go, Suga.
He had some beautiful lifts yesterday in the clean and jerk ladder.
Whoa, Suga going back.
I'm not sure what happened there. Oh, they're telling him to move the bar around. Okay.
Leave my boy Suga alone.
That's important. Got it. Safety.
Let's go.
Suga in the blue shorts in lane 18, making his way back. You can see that Caden Hogan took a little bit of a break there. He's dropped down to a knee in lane number 20. See who hops up here next. Caden is up. Suga is up. Caden Hogan. Too much fit aid. Just makes it across the line to finish up. Does he finish that set of 30? Oh, did they bring him back? They did.
Ooh.
That hurts.
Shaking his head. Didn't agree with the call, but it's not like you can change it over there. Look at our boy Suga. Look at him go. Come on, Suga.
Suga comes across that line and finishes that up as he comes over to his final set of toes to bar.
Ooh, Caden.
For Suga Kim, 20 toes to bar left in that final 30-foot handstand walk as we are sitting at 7 minutes and 30 seconds on your clock. Time to beat from that first heat is 1 minute ago, 8:25 by Jose Rios.
Man, Jose killed it.
Is that Kevin Shoots?
Kevin Shoots. Let's go, big dog.
Kevin Shoots is on his final 20 toes to bar. Is that Johnny Charles up there in lane 15?
Oh, wow. Our boy Suga was not even in through the bar muscle-ups yet, so getting lapped on the field.
Kevin Shoots on the right-hand side of your screen, on the left-hand side of your screen, coming down, making his way down the left.
And look at that. I believe that was Johnny Charles coming through.
About 8:15, it looked like.
Oh, shoot.
We seen some burn on that? Is that
No. He's got to punch me in the arm, Bill.
Oh.
Damn him.
You got nailed.
You got me.
8:15 for Johnny Charles, unofficial. Lane number 18, Suga.
Back to the deadlift.
Man, he must have got hung up on one of the handstand walks. He's been moving well on all these movements, on the deadlift, on the handstand walk, and before.
And there's our boy
Caden
Caden.
Hogan comes across. That's 9:02 for him, unofficial. See if we can get another wide shot of all of our athletes left on the floor as we have our final 40 seconds left out here on the floor. There's Fran Hurtado in the white tank top trying to finish it up. Travis Wolf right next to him. Looks like he has 4 reps left to go on those toe to bar, and then the final handstand walk. Don't know if he's going to make it in or not. He's got about another 20 seconds. Fran Hurtado with one toe to bar, and he's done. Travis Wolf trying to make it in. 10 seconds left to go. Let's see if he can do it.
Come on, Travis.
Final 5 seconds. He's trying to come across. Doesn't go to the finish. And wow, right at the line, I think. And I think Fran Hurtado just missed it. by about a second.
The judge was telling him that he was good, that he could have come down and ran through, but he just kept handstand walking. Wanted to be safe, I guess, or just didn't hear the judge.
2 heats of our final 4 heats for the Northern California Classic are complete with a new time to beat by Johnny Charles, 8:15-ish unofficial. Again, we're seeing just how important those backwards handstand walks are, that skill. And it looks like we're resetting our bars, and we're going to be getting our heat number 3 to come out onto the floor. While they're getting all that ready, let's go ahead and go down the list a little bit. Who we have on this heat coming up?
Here we go. Heat 3. Starting out, we got in lane. Let's go starting with the lane closest to us. We got Seth Stovall in lane 25. Zane Price, lane 23. We got Mike Evans, lane 21. Ilya Moskalenko. And then we got Ethan Scheibe, Jacob Marlowe, Jace Brooks. Wonder if we're going to see Jace out here. He did take that pretty bad spill and fall on the previous event. So
Yeah, I don't see him.
I don't see him either. Anthony Yim. Then we got Jace Peck, Travis Moore, and Greg Gross.
Athletes making their way out here, putting some chalk out there for themselves so that they have plenty to go for their toe to bar and their bar muscle ups. You know they're going to be chalking the barbell for the deadlift as well.
Everyone loves their chalk.
Well, if I had to wear gloves and grips, I would be loving the chalk too. I would have that on everything. Athletes making their way back. 10-minute time cap for the event toe tag. 10 deadlifts, 30 backwards handstand walks, 20 toes to bar, 30 unbroken handstand walks, 20 deadlifts, 30 backwards handstand walks, 10 bar muscle ups, 30 unbroken handstand walks, 20 deadlifts, 30 backwards handstand walks, 20 toes to bar, 30 unbroken handstand walks. Relatively short time frame as far as the time cap goes, but it's interesting, especially for a final event. It's so technical that the speed isn't necessarily there because you don't want to mess up on the execution.
No, that is very true. And you know who's someone I assume I can foresee executing well in this workout is going to be our gentleman Jace Peck. I think he's going to take this heat. That's going to be the person I'm picking.
Why are you picking him? What's he got? What does he got?
He did very well in that NorCal Sioux event, was flying through those ring muscle ups. Seems like someone who can move those deadlifts pretty well. There he is right on our screen. And he seems like a good gymnastics type style body type. So let's see how he does with these inverted backwards handstand walking.
Looks like our leader in lane number 8, that's going to be Anthony Yim with his, I love that he wears that hat. We'll pick him out every single time. It's great.
Jace Peck right next to him.
Jace Peck with the white shorts and the black belt. You can see him right in lane number 6 there, making his way back. Not super fast, but making it.
Yep.
Anthony Yim having some issues there. Over in lane number 4 is starting his toes to bar, Mr. Travis Moore in the pink shoes. Very colorful athlete out there on the competition floor.
What was his nickname for the weekend, Bill?
What did you call him?
Meltdown.
Meltdown Moore. Now, this is one that technically I guess you could ride too close, get a little frustrated.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see what happens.
I mean, he looked pretty good in the last event. Let's see if we can hold on for this one.
Saw a little bit of Seth Stovall on the left-hand side of your screen. Waiting to see who's going to come off. And it looks like Travis Moore is going to be your first off the toes to bar into his handstand walk. Now, this element does need to be unbroken. There's 15 feet down, comes just about to the end, and he will come off there as well. As we see Jacob Marlowe over in lane 15 in the maroon shorts, and then down in lane 18, is that Ilya Moskalenko?
Mike Evans.
Mike Evans working on that deadlift, set of 20. Ilya right next to him in the black shirt. Travis and Jace Peck on the right-hand side of your screen. Wow, that's a big chunk of deadlifts there for Jace Peck. small set for Travis Moore.
Chase Peck, though, picking that bar right back up, keeping his eye on Travis, seeing where he's at. Travis looking good.
Sets a 3 for Travis. In a long walk away. Wow, this is going to be a slow set for him.
Needs chalk.
Or something. Anthony M in the middle of your screen in lane number 9. Another set of 5 for him. That seems to be basically the strategic consensus across the board. A set of 5 if you can hold it. Mike Evans down at the bottom of your screen in lane 21 in the yellow shorts. He's got 5 left to go on his set of 20 before he begins his next set of backwards handstand walk.
See if there's going to be any athletes that take us by surprise.
I think Ilya is going to be the next one off the deadlift and into the handstand walk. You can see him right to the right-hand side of Mike Evans there.
And it looks like Travis Moore's done. Getting ready to go back to the handstand walk. Plays around with his belt a little bit. Same with Jace Peck, one of the athletes I was picking to do very well in this event. Let's see who's going to be first, and it's my boy Jace Peck. Let's go.
Jace is up in the white shorts, coming down in lane number 6. Travis in the pink shoes, can't miss him. He's moving well also. Jace comes down. Travis decides to try and go for it and goes all the way, and his legs all over the place, but somehow makes it work. That's a great finish for him.
That was bold.
Mike Evans over here in the yellow shorts trying to make himself down, and he comes down all the way across unbroken.
There's Jace Peck.
Ilya also coming across. And Jacob Marlowe in the maroon shorts and the tan hat. Jacob Peck, top of the screen, first to get 2 of those 10 bar muscle ups. There's 4 for him.
Jace has definitely been the most aggressive athlete on the gymnastic rig movements, the toes to bar and the bar muscle ups, knocking out a set of 6 there.
Mike Evans also on the left-hand side of your screen, 6 down. There's 7. He's holding on to that bar. He's got 2 left to go.
And he's going for it. Same here with Mike Evans.
Mike Evans is done, locks it out as he begins his way back down. Travel back down with those handstand walks, unbroken.
Close one. Ilya too.
Also, yeah, right next to him. Travis right here setting up, putting his gloves back on to make sure his hands don't burn. But while he's playing with the gloves, Mike Evans on the left-hand side of the screen makes it all the way down unbroken. Yellow shorts back into that lead position. Jace Peck and Travis Moore battling basically, and we're talking like foot to foot.
Yeah, it's close. It's
gonna be
back
fun. And forth between these two guys. Jace chalking up.
Travis first to the barbell.
Wow, and after all of that, 4th to get back to the line, and the first one to get the bar off the ground is going to be Travis Moore on the left.
Ilya back on the bar, Jace on the bar, Mike Evans still working away. Mike Evans, though, has been the one that kind of looks to be struggling the most on those last 1.5 reps on the deadlift. Look at his grip. He's not opting for a switch grip.
Yeah.
Was that just a set of 2? Oh, I guess that was it. That's all he needed, right? Oh, no. He just did a random set of 2 off the ground. Dropped it.
His coach had better be telling him to change his grip around a little bit. Got to do more than 2. Jace Peck taking a knee right there in the white shorts. Travis Moore in the blue.
Taking back the lead. Yeah, he's done. Mike Evans back up to who is going to be the first on their hands for the backwards walk. It's going to be Mike Evans.
Actually, it looks like Jacob Marlowe.
Oh, shoot. Right, you're right. I didn't even see him in the middle. I was too busy staring at the golden skin of Jace Peck. Travis Moore opting to go unbroken. Mike Evans had to get called back. That is huge.
That's a big deal for him right there.
A race this tight, one little no rep like that can pretty much take the race out of, or take you out of the race.
Travis Moore up at the top. You saw him come down with the blue shirt.
Jace Peck joining him on the toes to bar. Now Mike Evans actually didn't waste too much time there, so he's kind of put himself back into the race. Ilya, Travis is down. Let's see how aggressive Jace can be.
Mike Evans right there in the yellow shorts. Ilya in lane 18, not having any problem with his toe to bar. Travis Moore right there, still working.
5 left. I don't see a hand in the air for Jace.
We're looking at about the 7:25 time frame right now. Our time to beat 8:15.
Jace now just has a hand in the air while Travis had just about 2 reps remaining. This is Travis's event, but look at Mike.
Oh, that's huge.
I
That's
like-
a big mistake.
I like that, though. Mike Evans knew he kind of needed to jump right up there to catch Travis. Look at Travis, the not melting down anymore.
Travis comes across
Wow.
7:49. Jace Peck comes in right behind him at 7:53. Mike Evans is in 7:57.
Good
I
job,
think
Travis.
Ethan Scheib was in there too. Where's Ethan Scheib? Oh, he might be back. Oh, he is there right here. Came through in
Yep.
lane 18. We're getting word that we think Ilya actually took that. I'm not sure what the time was.
Oh, Ilya snuck in.
I'm going to have to get that time to beat here in just a bit.
Impressive if that was the case. Ilya just taking it.
So I think I had around 7:20 when we were calling Travis Moore. But apparently Ilya Moskalenko was just inside of that. So we'll see what that time is. Make sure you guys go to Competition Corner to find out what all of the results are. We're doing the best we can here as we're watching from our drone, trying to get all the information to you. CompetitionCorner.com for all the information. Make sure you guys check it out. We have about 50 seconds left to go in our 10-minute time cap. There's Ethan Scheib right there, trying to finish it up. Couple reps. Then he'll have his handstand walk. There is Seth Stovall down at the bottom of your screen, comes across in the white shorts. Ethan Scheib just about to fit. Oh, all right, they let him go. Okay. All right. Let him come in. It's cool. Ten seconds left to go for our athletes as they finish up their final event of the 3-day weekend. Big weekend for them. 3 heats are done. 1 heat remaining to find out who are going to be our 2 gentlemen going to the CrossFit Games this year up in San Jose, California.
Man, here comes the race we've been waiting for. Is Dylan Hamming going to hold on to that second overall position? Or is he going to fall from grace? And can we possibly see Nikita sneak up in there? And it's not completely out of reach for Mitchell Stevenson. This is going to be an exciting race. If you need to use the restroom, y'all, go now, squeeze it out, and head back to your couch.
A lot of guys out here with hats on, trying to keep the sun off their face. 10-minute time cap for our athletes. Final event of this 7-event competition over 3 days. We've had the temperature increase every single day. Not that it is hot. It's nice, but it is beautiful out here. But always when you have a black mat, it's going to be really, really warm. So these athletes will be out there trying to deal with that heat, deal with all the fatigue and all the compounding of all the other events that they've had. Just yesterday, they had to do 100 thrusters out here with 135 pounds.
It was hot then too, Bill.
With our athletes out there on the floor, who do we have going into this final heat, Mike?
All right, we've got the man, the myth, the legend himself, Patrick Vellner up in lane 3, Jorge Fernandez, Victor Hellingshoff, Mitchell Stevenson. Got to do something big here, boy. Dylan Hamming, Tudor Magna, Nikita Yundaf, Spencer Panchek, Nick Matthew, Connor Volts, and Josh Felix.
Now, this is going to be really important, again, to see where these athletes fall placing-wise for their overall point totals. The close point spread of 6 points between Dylan Hamming and Nikita Youngdov, 6 points. I mean, one mistake walking backwards on your hands, you can get 2 spots in there, and that could be your shot to the games just disappearing, or actually reappear or appearing, depending who you are. Do you think anyone is really safe in this event? I mean,
Besides Tudor?
well, yeah, including Tudor.
I guess mathematically, no one's safe, but I think Tudor is way too fit, way too smart of an athlete to have a complete epic failure. I also think this is an event that should suit his skill sets well, but that second place position is 100% not safe by any means.
Tudor Magda, you can see him in the green top and the dark shorts up there in lane 14 right behind his bar. And next to him in the light, I'm surprised that's actually the same color as his skin, Dylan Hammond with the tan shirt and the black shorts, with his little man bun that he's rocking right next to him.
Man, the pressure Dylan's got to be feeling right now.
So as a coach, what do you tell Dylan
Just
as he's going out?
Run your race. Take those deep breaths. Relax. Try to be as calm as you can. Use the pressure as fuel. Don't let it make you implode. Ooh, and he's coming out aggressive. Ooh, look at those elbows, Bill. Look at the elbows.
Hand up in the air for Dylan Hamming, but I don't even know if he's going to be the first one off. I think Tudor Magda is going to be first off the bar. Can't see him there. We'll see who goes for the handstand walk first. That's Dylan Hamming, who's sitting on that bubble. Need to make sure we keep our eye on Nikita Youngdov. That's going to be right on the other side of Tudor. And it looks like Nikita in the black top with the kind of blue, what are those pink shoes there next to Tudor?
Yep.
One of the last to come off the handstand walk.
Still early.
So again, Dylan Hamming sitting up in that. All he has to really do is stay ahead of Nikita Youngdov. And then those two should be, for the most part, him and Tudor should be protected.
Spencer Panchek, he's an athlete that can definitely cause a ruckus in this event as Tudor's judges' hands are in the air.
Tudor with the hand in the air right next to him to the right. Lane 16, that's Nikita Youngdov with the green top and the white headband. Oh my gosh, Tudor.
Tudor is so fast on his hands.
Literally could have put his shoes on his hands and done that. That was so fast.
No doubt. Known for his deadlifting, known for his handstand walking, which is why I was confident to say that, hey, Tudor, you're pretty safe. This event suits your skill set far too well.
If you look right above Dylan Hamming, right next to him in the white shirt with the blue sleeves, that's Mitchell Stevenson. Again, now this is a place where he needs to be. He wants to get that position. He's currently sitting in number 2 right behind Tudor. I don't know if he has the speed because Tudor just did not want to let go of that deadlift bar. We'll see what sort of capacity that Mitchell Stevenson has. Dylan Hammond working his magic on the deadlift bar.
Here's the thing about what's happening in this scenario with Dylan Hamming, Bill. I'm going to use the scenario of dating. Dylan doesn't necessarily have to ask Mitchell out. He doesn't necessarily have to ask Nikita out. He's just got to keep flirting with them. As long as he's flirting with them, he's safe. I
don't know how you date or what you do, because what he wants to do is smack Nikita down and say he needs to ghost Nikita is what needs to happen. I mean, I know you got a girlfriend. I love you, babe. That's what you were saying earlier, so I get it. It's been a while since you've been dating. I understand that. But when you don't want to hang out with them and you don't want them to come around you, you ghost them. He needs to ghost Nikita.
Okay. All right.
I'm just saying.
All right.
I'm just saying. Tudor Magda comes across the floor and gets that last set unbroken. I mean, he is so good on his hands.
Chill, Monica, chill.
Dylan Hamming up on his hands, basically by himself. Who's that right next to him in lane 19? Is that Spencer Panchik, of course. I mean, you're going to have some good gymnastics with the Panchik brothers.
Saying earlier, this is going to be an event that's going to suit Spencer well.
Not that that really does anything for the leaderboard, but
Tudor
it's nice
is-
to have someone up there just to kind of push the pressure a little bit.
Yep, Tudor is flying. What is it about Tudor, Bill? Do you think that's projecting him up there?
This is your job. You're the say the why guy. I'm the say the what guy.
I don't know, but
Stick in your lane. Stick in your
something's catching
lane.
my eye. I don't know what
Stick
it
in
is,
your
Bill.
lane.
Maybe we'll see what it is on this handstand walk. Wow,
Is it the pedaling that he's got going on with his feet?
No, but something is huge, Bill. As he tightens up his belt, getting ready to pick that bar back up. Dylan Hamming right where he needs to be, flirting with Mitchell Stevenson.
Now, Mitchell's still a ways back. Mitchell would have to win this event to have any sort of real push there next to Dylan Hamming. So I think that as long as he can hang with Mitchell, he's not going to have an issue. Tudor Magda right there in the green shirt, moving well. You can see Nikita below him with the white headband, just getting through that last set of the deadlift. So these guys are lapping Nikita. So Nikita looks like he's going to be out of the picture as far as making a push into that number 2 position.
Yeah, that's a shame. The dude was working hard to get into the position that he's in.
Tudor Magda flying right past that 15-foot mark,
Jesus.
having no problem getting all the way down 30 feet unbroken. Boom, done and done.
About to lap Nikita too.
Dylan Hamming working the deadlifts. Mitchell Stevenson right next to him to the right.
Dylan is doing exactly what he needs to do. He's in the position he needs to
Whoa,
be in.
Nikita goes down. Not sure if that was a slip or what that was.
Tudor's feeling it. He can taste the money now. He can taste the ticket. Remember, $20,000 on the line along with that CrossFit Games ticket.
Time to beat coming from the last heat was somewhere around 7:20 by Ilya, and we are currently sitting at 5:45.
He's hyped.
I've never seen him have any sort of like confidence boost like that. I love it. I love it.
And handstand walking his way to the bank with $20,000.
6 minutes unofficial for Mr. Tudor Magda with a little bit of mojo. I haven't seen that from him, I don't think, ever.
Jeez, incredible. Dylan Hamming, you are also very close to cashing in on a fairly large check yourself, mister. Come on.
Spencer Panche comes across, and that's number 2 position with the floor.
Good job, Spencer.
Man, a flying time there, too, about 6:25 for Spencer.
Now, do you think Dylan knows what the situation is and is kind of taking his foot off the pedal, or do you think he's just getting fatigued a little bit?
I think he knows exactly what's happening.
Yeah, true.
He saw the person he needed to beat, and that person's going to go back there for 20 deadlifts. He's got a nice chunk of space between those two guys. Mitchell Stevenson comes across up at the top, just around the 6:53 time frame for him. Good time. Not going to be something that puts him above Dylan Hamming.
Man, I'm getting word that they're also paying out $1,000 for every event win.
I heard that. I was talking to Blair. Blair was like, "What?" And I said, "That's what I read, though." And he goes, "Oh, okay, I guess we are."
Jeez.
All right.
Here comes Dylan Hamming in for his final handstand walk, as he also will be punching that ticket to this year's CrossFit Games up in San Jose, California. Here we go.
Dylan Hamming, we saw what he did in the Legends, just missing his opportunity. Had one bump this competition with the NorCal Suit 2, but other than that was just looking fantastic all the way through, getting up into that number 2 position and doing well in this gymnastic event. We were wondering what that was going to look like for him, and he did fantastic. We still have 2 minutes left to go for our athletes. Nikita in the middle of the screen with the white headband, working his way back down the floor. The rest of these guys trying to finish it up. Josh Felix.
Yep. Warehouse Performance ending his weekend well.
Done down at the bottom of your screen.
Man, that was incredible. Incredible performance by Dylan Hamming all weekend. He grabbed that Thunderstone Bill. He evolved into a Raichu. He hit everyone on the field with that Thunderbolt, and now he is heading to the CrossFit Games, I believe, for the first time as an individual.
As an individual, yeah. He was a team athlete. Here's another team athlete. We had some big hopes to see what Victor was going to be doing here, coming off of the first European team to ever win the CrossFit Games, CrossFit Oslo, as he's been trying to make his attempt here as an individual athlete. But Nikita, again, trying to come off. We saw how close he was, saw what it looked like on the other side of the fence, but just not able to make it through. There's Victor right there.
Yeah,
looking all not so tan.
I think it took Jorge a year or two, right, before he was able to punch his ticket as an individual, coming off the win with Invictus and deciding to
go individual.
Took him a little bumps and bruises, learning lessons before he punched his ticket here at the NorCal Classic last year.
30 seconds left to go as our last athletes finish it up. I believe that is all of our athletes on the floor, if I'm not mistaken. I want to hear what the mojo of Mr. Tudor Magna sounds that once he's if we can get him on, that would be fantastic.
Jorge dabbing up his boy.
You know, we've talked a lot about Tudor as far as like where his head is confidence-wise as an athlete. It's like when things are great, he seems to do okay, not overly flashy, but he seems to do okay. And if he doesn't, he just like breaks down. That was the first time I've seen him showcase and showboat at any amount like that. Out of character for him, or do you think that that's really him? Or do you think he's doing what he thinks he's supposed to be doing?
I think he is leaning.
We're going to go ahead and throw it down to Tudor Magda and Mr. Taylor.
So this is, you're known as something of a handstand walk expert already. Have you ever walked backwards?
I did actually once. It was the same comp in 2024. We had a longer course forward and backwards, and I failed my first 10-foot handstand walk at that workout. I never thought that was possible, but.
And so you got it mastered by this point.
Yeah, I've been practicing a little bit, thinking it might show up, and yeah, it was good.
Well, you qualified for another games. Why did you come back to NorCal to qualify? What made you choose here?
Honestly, it's just, you know, the workouts are usually pretty balanced. They were balanced last time I went. Just the environment's like unlike no other comp, you know, like it's the outdoors, the community feel, like pretty big spectacle, I would say. With 3 stages, it's one of the biggest semifinals out there.
That's awesome. Well, congratulations. Well done on this event the whole week.
Appreciate it.
You're my God,
Mr. Tudor Magda showcasing himself as he's wearing that handstand walking shirt that you got to be able to read when he's upside down, and showing just how good he is at handstand walks. He went before because he had that ability. He showcased it again. And so, man, it's fun to see him there. I hope that he's able to carry some of that confidence and some of that mojo into the competition stage with the CrossFit Games. Our men are done. We will get started here with our ladies as they are getting the bars set up and rolled out. Maybe we'll throw to a little bit of a commercial break, and we'll be back here in about a minute or so.
After all these years, we're still at it.
Incredible.
The cold, the wet, numbness and hunger. The road is still the road, leading to the next coast. The next cast.
That is freaking cool.
A string of plans and expectations, folding into the messiness of a life well lived.
Pull up in the Benz, my bag like Prada. Really going in, going ham, with God. Really thought I wouldn't, but I am what you thought. Oh, Yeah, I'm ballin' like Mare. Ay, and if you fake, disappear. Ay, and you don't
The
want
game is rigged and not in your favor. You've been sold the idea that health insurance has your back, but you're not a person to them. You're a number, a stat. It was never about your health. It's about their profit margins. But there's another way. It's community care, a healthcare system powered by the same values that make CrossFit more than just a workout, a community that helps each other, covers each other, and rises together through sickness and life's most unexpected challenges. It's time to rethink healthcare, to stop relying on the system that's failed us. They sell sick care. We power health. Community care.
I gravitate towards tube boot because I'm always looking for a belt that's lightweight and reliable that can keep up with my training in the gym. I just strap it on. I know it's going to take. I can loosen it, tighten it, whatever I need to do. I'm just going to have my back.
After all these years, we're still at it.
Incredible.
The cold, the wet, numbness, and hunger. The road. After all these years, we're still at it.
Incredible.
The cold, the wet, numbness, and hunger. The road is still the road, leading to the next coast. The next cast.
That is freaking cool.
A string of plans and expectations, folding into the messiness of a life well lived.
Our men are done. We know who's going to the CrossFit Games with them. Now it's time to figure out what ladies are going to be making their way to San Jose for the CrossFit Games. We have our final 3 heats of our ladies with the workout known as toe tag. Mike, tell me a little bit about this event. What do we got? What are we looking at?
I thought it was called Taylor's Revenge.
Nope, it's called toe tag, presented
Okay.
by Yeti. Stick with the script, buddy. Stick with the script here.
Well,
Here we
what
go.
I know, Bill, is it's going to be the same exact workout we just saw the men do, just slightly little higher, lighter weight there at the 245. Sorry, my voice is just like this because I've been watching that Yeti commercial way too much. So there we go. I got my regular voice back now. So same workout, Bill. I think we're going to see some bit more skillful athletes on their hands here. Usually we kind of see the gymnastic handstand walking a bit more quick and fast with the female field. There's a couple athletes here that I have my eyes on. We got Nicolette Torgiani. She's an athlete I can see doing very well in this event, kind of pewing down Morgan Pertullo. She's going to be looking to finish her weekend off on a strong note. So I have Morgan Nicoletti Torgiani, my 2 athletes to watch during this first heat, Bill.
Why don't you go down the list and tell us who's out there on the floor right now?
All right. In the lane closest to us, we got Callie, don't tell me, Pedrowski, Tar Heel CrossFit. I did it well, did I?
No.
No, I'm already on the wrong
you're
foot.
already. Geez,
Damn, dude, Bill, I'm fired. Hey, the chat is going to roast me now. The chat is going to roast me. There we go. I'm back on it.
Oh,
Go
here
ahead.
we go. So
Go for
in
it,
this
chat.
heat number 1 of our ladies.
In the lane closest to us, we got Savannah Everett, Shannon Crawford. Finish it off strong, girl. Let's go. Mercedes Weinberg, Madison Jefferson, Lindsay Hoffman, Eris Prim, Taryn Lynch, Caitlin Sanders, Riley Estrada, Laura Driscoll, and Lou Knapp. If you want me to reassess Taryn Lynch, I think she's going to do well in this workout. Let's go.
Starting off with that barbell, 245 pounds on the deadlift. Is that a heavy deadlift for the ladies?
For the ladies, this is going to be a fairly decently challenging weight, and we're probably going to see more so with the fatigue set in the later rounds. Whoa, man, who is this? She is on fire.
Madison Jefferson.
She is out hot. An athlete who seems confident in this event. Let's see if she can hold on to this.
That Lindsay Hoffman also in the middle of your screen there with the blue shorts and the black top.
And there she is. She is attacking this workout with intent. Let's go.
Madison Jefferson, Lindsay Hoffman, both up there. Eris Prim with the red top and the black shorts on the left side of your screen.
Man, let's go. Eris Prim.
Maddie not having any problem with the deadlift. A little bit slower getting off the handstand walk, but able to make it through and trying to finish up that final toe to bar. A little bit of a bobble, but she hung on.
Yeah, let's see how she looks on these next handstand walks, and she's looking great.
Doesn't seem to have a problem there at all.
This might have been an event she saw on paper once it was announced and thought, hey, this is the event that I'm going to take for the weekend. Just go to any bar, girl, and lift it. Let's go.
No one is on the floor with her, and she works on that barbell, going for a set of 20 on the deadlifts.
Yep. We saw on the screen, though, Eris Prim not that far behind. Madison hit those first deadlifts with some intent and aggression. This one, she looks to be taking it on with a little bit more hesitation, looking to break up those chunks of 20.
Eris Prim on the left-hand side of your screen. On the right-hand side, your leader in this heat, Madison Jefferson. Madison, independent. Don't know what affiliate she's coming from, but hopefully she has someone that she's working with. Eris Prim, Uncanny Fitness. Currently sitting in 23rd place. Maddie Jefferson in 27th place.
Majority of the field getting back to the deadlift bar.
Savannah Averett down at the very bottom of your screen in lane 25 was moving pretty quick through her set.
Still no hand in the air for any of these athletes. Oh, there we go. Madison Jefferson, 5 left. Settles the bar back down. Kind of curious about that. I'd rather just drop it up at the top, just like how Eris Prim's doing.
Eris going for some singles as she's trying to finish that up, get through the last handful. We know that there is a hand up in the air for Madison Jefferson. 1 rep left to go for Madison. Gets that bar up, and we'll get her back to the backwards handstand walking. Again, didn't seem to have any problem on the first set. We'll see what happens here on the second set as she's up all by herself. The only
Oh, no rep.
Oh, and we get a no rep there.
Okay, I think I'm getting.
What was that?
I think I'm getting clarification now. Maybe if any point of their hand or finger touches the outside lanes, maybe they're gonna automatically just deem that as a no rep, force them to go back down.
Taryn Lynch right there, also on her hands, making her way back. I was in lane number 11. That's her right there in the all maroon, making her way back with the gray belt.
There we go. Taryn Lynch, an athlete I was kind of picking to have my eye on in this event, doing well. Out of Victory Gym as she heads to the bar muscle ups.
Taryn a little bit slower on the first part of the event here. Not as fast as we saw Madison Jefferson on the deadlifts. Not having any problem with the gymnastic piece. We'll see what happens here as she gets into her next set of gymnastic portion, which is the bar muscle up.
Ooh, I wonder if her hands are slipping because of the gloves. It looks like she's readjusting every 1 or 2 reps. Ooh, a little bit of a chicken wing there. Back up, Madison.
Taryn is up, or takes that 5 rep break. Madison Jefferson is over here on the right-hand side, looks much more confident on her bar muscle up. A little pop of the hip and the drive of the lockout. Saw she was getting a little, it's like you were saying, chicken wingy there, and came down so she doesn't hit a fail. You can see Eris Prim in the red top. She's on her bar muscle up. Taryn Lynch is also back on the bar, so has a couple to go, I believe. I think maybe 2 for her. Just a couple lanes up from Eris. 4 reps left to go from Madison.
Who's this we got sneaking up? Can't quite see the lane here.
I think it might be, is that Lou Knapp?
Almost there, girl. There we go.
Wow.
Yep.
All right.
Or it could possibly be Laura Driscoll.
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah. Laura Driscoll over there on up the very top of the screen in the white shirt.
Wow. All right. New leader out on the floor. Taryn Lynch right behind her, approaching her deadlift bar. Laura Driscoll looking like the strongest athlete on that deadlift in the field.
I can't tell if that was what made her jump. I mean, all the ladies are looking pretty powerful on the deadlift. Where do you think it was that she made her her advancement there against the rest of the field?
Oh, who knows? But look at her. She's already done with the deadlift bar. I'm thinking she's probably the one that maybe was off screen and was just taking the fewest or shortest breaks between the sets of deadlift, because based off of this backwards handstand walk, she's looking a little not the most comfortable. There it is. Good rep. All right. She's going to shake it out before she finishes out the rest of her backwards handstand walk. Taryn Lynch right up onto her heels.
Taryn put herself right up there with Laura Driscoll. Laura's back up. Taryn's back up. You can see both the ladies up at the top. Laura with the white t-shirt comes down with the no reps. That's going to put her back to the red line. But Taryn Lynch comes all the way across to get herself back up to the rig for her 20 toes to bar before she has to complete her final handstand walk. We're looking at 7 minutes and 25 seconds for our ladies as they make their way to the rig. Taryn Lynch, man, moving great on those toes to bar.
Yep. Oh, yep. Right off of that riser. No riser needed.
All right. You can see Laura Driscoll up at the top working on her toe to bar as well. Now, what do you like better race-wise? I'm not talking about technique-wise, but race-wise between a long leg like Taryn or a short leg like Laura Driscoll?
Now you can see the cycle rate of Laura Driscoll's toes to bar are a bit faster with that swoop of the knee versus Taryn Lynch's more longer hip focus type toe to bar. Maybe Laura's trying to catch up.
Hand in the air for Laura Driscoll.
Laura Driscoll, as we're told, Golden Line training, working with Coach Trayvon Benton, an athlete who was competing here last year at the NorCal Classic.
Taryn is still working and gets a hand up in the air, but while she's working on her last 5, Laura Driscoll is done and getting ready for her handstand walk across the floor, which will finish her up. We're currently sitting at 8 minutes and 35 seconds. We'll see what this looks like and see what her the time to beat that she will set.
Stay in your lane. Come on, Laura. Look, that more aggressive toe to bar technique helped her catch up, and there it is.
Come across 8:50 unofficial for Miss Laura Driscoll.
Taryn Lynch now up onto her hands, getting ready to close out her Northern California Classic weekend. Looking smooth and comfortable, upside down. So far, giving no indication that she's going to fall over or come off. And there it is, cross the finish line. Done. Taryn Lynch.
9:15. We have 45 seconds left to go for our athletes that are trying to finish it up here. Again, first heat of 3 for our ladies while they're out here on the floor. We have our time to beat set by Laura Driscoll of 8:50. And as we're talking about that, we have about 30 seconds left to go. Out on the floor, it looks like Miss Eris Prim will get in. You can see her down in lane 15 with the red top. She comes across at about 9:43 unofficial.
Great job, Eris.
I think Caitlin Saunders just got through in the pink top and the green shorts.
No, she's still on the deadlift, I think. Nope, no, I mean, you're right. She's done. She just didn't look that excited to finish.
And with that, we are done, and our ladies of heat number 1 are completed.
1 down, 3 to go.
Looks like we're going to throw it down to the floor for our heat winner, Laura Driscoll.
What's up, guys? We're here with Laura Driscoll, taking the heat 1 in this workout. It looked like you were making up a ton of time on the toes to bar and the bar muscle ups. I would have assumed that the workout would have been predominantly made up on the backward handstand walk and the deadlifts. Do you think it was a balanced workout in that regard?
Yeah. I mean, I'm really good at all of those movements.
Yeah.
And I knew that I could hold on to big sense on the gymnastics. So I just kind of tried to create the deadlifts and the handstand walks so that I could keep my big sense on the gymnastics.
Nice. Is this your first time competing at NorCal?
No, I was here last year as well.
Nice.
Yeah.
Do you prefer finding out the workouts on a Thursday, the day before the event, or do you like having them a couple weeks beforehand?
I'm okay with either.
Yeah.
I don't think it really matters much.
Good.
So,
Nice. What's your favorite part about CrossFit?
I always like a challenge.
Nice.
I like having to learn new things. So I like the fact that NorCal always has something weird in it.
Nice. Do you live in California?
I live in Houston.
What's your favorite thing about California?
Probably that it is hot right now.
I like the heat.
I like the heat.
And your favorite thing about NorCal?
They've always done something weird.
Nice. And you like that being tested?
Yeah,
Learning
I do.
something new?
Yeah.
Awesome. Hey, great job. You smoked that. Yeah, have a good weekend.
Laura Driscoll setting us up with a great time to beat 8:50. It's always nice when you have someone when all the movements and all the elements of that particular event are in their wheelhouse, because then you know it's going to set the bar high for the rest of the athletes as they make their way out onto the floor. Heat number 2 is out there now. Who do you think? Should we just repeat on who we
Hey, I only read one name.
I think you had 2 last time.
No, I only read one name.
I'm pretty sure you had 2.
Whatever, Bill. In the lane closest to us, we've got Callie Pedrowski out of Tar Heel CrossFit, Madison Drader, Nicoletta Torgiani, and then we got Abriana Montplaisir, Emily Rethwell, Ariel Sanders, Caroline Prevost, Morgan Patullo, Marika Sepala, Haley Kanthak, and then Heidi Hagen.
10-minute time cap here for a toe tag presented by Yeti. Athletes are turned around, getting ready to go. They're going to start off with their 10 deadlifts. I mean, whenever you have any deadlift event, you want to look at Caroline Prevost. Now, granted, this isn't a deadlift event, but I want to see if she's going to put the pedal to the metal for this particular thing for her.
I was talking to Caroline earlier. She was watching her girlfriend compete in the community event, and she told me she is drooling at the mouth for this event. And they're off.
There is our start for our athletes. And yeah, she likes deadlifts. We know that. She's hammering that one. Aubriana right there working through. You can see her in the red shirt. And okay, all right, I got it. I want to see what she does on the set of 20. It's 10. That's just the first set. All right, now we talked about the backwards handstand walk. This, for the most part, I think is going to be the crux of the workout. Do you think this is going to be an issue for her, even though she was frothing at the mouth for this event?
Look at her. Look how well she's looking in that upside down position. She's looking smooth so far. You know, it's interesting. I was talking to her, and she was saying that she's also looking to do the online semifinal possibly. Now, remember, she has her ticket punched for the Masters CrossFit Games, which she did at Legends, but she's kind of maybe still flirting with going back as an open indie.
You know what? I think when you're at that 35 age range and you should. You totally, absolutely should.
You know, she also did bring up a good point, Bill. $20,000 if she goes and wins the age group at the games.
Absolutely. I get it. Caroline Prevost on the left-hand side of your screen, right next to her, Morgan Patullo in the pink.
No, that is not.
That's not Morgan. That's
not Morgan
Haley.
Patullo. That was Abriana Montplaisir, I believe.
No, I wasn't looking that. I was looking over here.
Oh, sorry.
Wow. Okay.
Wow.
Caroline
Speaking
likes this
of
one.
Abriana.
Okay. All right. But there's your 1 and 2. There's the Abriana on the right-hand side of your screen in the orange top. All right. That's what I was really interested in here, just because I like watching Caroline doing deadlifts. We saw the 10 unbroken. We'll see what she does here. And there goes the 5 right out the door. That's where everyone else stopped. She's not stopping.
She's such a savage with
maybe that
bar.
was 10 or 12. All right. That was a big chunk, and everyone else is going to be, this is where she seriously is going to separate herself from the rest of the field. I mean, just the tempo rate between her and the rest of the other silhouettes that are out there in that shot.
It's incredible. Caroline's such a savage on the barbell. Look at her getting ready to go back to the upside down, backwards handstand walk.
Caroline kicks up and falls herself backwards as she makes her way down the floor. First set of 15 feet is done and has plenty of time to take a little bit of a break there before she kicks into that second leg. Abriana right there next to Emily Rethwell in the all black, sitting in lane 17.
Nicoletta Torgiani on that deadlift as well. Caroline Back now onto the bar muscle-ups in the herd athletics belt. Hope you're watching this feed, John.
So there's a lot of distance between Caroline and then the next two athletes in Aubriana and Emily Rethwell here. Should Caroline keep pushing?
Oh, 100%. You know, this is her event. She wants to win this event. I know it. I could tell just by the energy she had in her voice when I was asking her about it earlier. She's attacking this hard. She wants to finish her weekend off strong. She was telling me she's a little disappointed with how she was performing earlier on in the weekend. Kind of upset that she didn't train. Ooh, that was a no rep. Kind of upset that she didn't train more outside leading up to this. So she just wants to end her weekend on the highest note possible.
What do you think that no rep was on Caroline?
You know, maybe her feet came up a little too high. I'm not sure. Maybe she was just a little bit soft in the lockout. Oh, you know what it might have been? Look how she's kind of slightly pushing away from the bar. Maybe the judge kind of saw that on her next rep coming down. Who knows?
Caroline is done with her set of 10 on the bar muscle-ups, which is that halfway point of this event. Seeing Emily Rethwell on the right-hand side of your screen there in lane 15. And while she's working on her bar muscle-ups, Caroline Prevost makes her way down 30 feet of unbroken handstand walks, not even an issue as she comes down, getting ready for her next set of 20 on the deadlifts. We've seen just how fast she's able to move and only had one break compared to everyone else's 4 breaks on the set of 20. We'll see what she does on this next set.
She's going to grip it and rip it. That's what I'm guessing. God almighty. Hubba. Hubba. Hubba.
10 reps in the bank there.
She deadlifts like she's pissed off at the ground. It's crazy. One rep left for Emily Rethwell. 5 for Ariel Sanders. Or 4. Caroline. Smart break, middle of the field.
And she's done that every time, which has been great for her. She really sets that up perfect. Caroline kicks back up for the final set of 15 feet on that back handstand walk. Emily Rethwell makes it to the last set of deadlifts. And if I'm not mistaken, they're only doing 10 on this final set. What's written as 20? Caroline up onto the rig to get ready for her last set of 20 toes to bar.
Yep. Looking smooth.
And we were talking about Aberron. You can see her on the right-hand side of the screen there in the orange top. I mean, Caroline is getting to the point where she's going to lap her, and she was in that number 2 position for a while.
Yeah.
Emily Rethwell right there finishing up her handful of deadlifts.
I'm wondering if it's the gymnastics portion that Aubriana was excited about. The deadlift portion, not so much.
Well, I get the frothing at the mouth reference that you were making with Caroline. 6 minutes and 24 seconds is where we are, and all she has is the handstand walk left as Emily Rethwell finishes up her deadlifts to get ready for her backwards handstand walk.
Caroline Prevost finishing off her weekend on the highest note.
6:41
was impressive to watch.
6:41 for Caroline Prevost. Fantastic job there. Lots of time left here for these ladies. We saw some of those times to beat in the earlier heats. 8:50 was the time to beat set by Laura Driscoll, who said that those were all in her wheelhouse. Now we know what wheelhouse really is supposed to look like with Caroline Prevost. Emily Rethwell all the way back, finishes up her backwards handstand walk and has her 20 toes to bar and one final handstand walk to the finish. 7 minutes and 20 seconds on the clock as we get going here for heat number 2, or in completing heat number 2. That's a pretty handstand walk.
Upright, yep, beautiful. Is that Morgan Pertulo?
Trying to see what lane that was.
Looked like it with that hairstyle.
It did. Is that lane 8?
Yep.
Yep. Nice job. Ariel Sanders right there in lane 14, hand in the air for Emily Ruthwell. Ariel comes down, and Emily's going to go ahead and finish these up here. Last couple for her to go. One left to go. Oh, that's the worst. And there's her final one as she gets into her handstand walk. We are at 8:16, still beneath the previous time to beat. Emily up doing the handstand walk.
Woo!
You can see her right in the middle of the field.
Look at her go. Better watch out, Judge.
And she comes across at about that 8:34 mark, putting her in the current second place position in this event. And with that, it looks like Laura Driscoll's time is going to be the third place time.
No, you're forgetting.
Oh, fourth place time.
Yeah,
I forgot Morgan Patullo in there.
Ariel Sanders.
Just about the 9-minute mark for
She
Ariel
had
Sanders.
a great showing this weekend, Bill, killing that bike event. Here we go with Aubriana Monteplaisir out of Rose City Barbell. Getting called back. Maybe her hand was on the line when she kicked up. Yeah, and you know, the way she's moving on this handstand walk, it looks like maybe it was the deadlift bar that slowed her down in this event because she's looking great. Almost there. Almost. Oh.
I can't tell where the line is.
It looked like that right hand didn't go over.
I see that line, that little mystery line right there, and I don't know if that's the line they need to get over, if it's the one before that. I can't tell. I've seen both.
It is a little confusing here.
10 seconds left to go of the 10-minute time cap. Two, and there's our final 1 second. 2 heats down, 1 heat left to go to determine who will be going to San Jose for the CrossFit Games out of the Northern California Classic semifinal event. We are going to be sending the mic down and getting an interview of Miss Carolyn Prevost, and we're rounding up her and Taylor Self down there on the floor.
What's up, guys? Here with Carolyn Prevost, the best deadlifter in CrossFit, absolutely demolishing that workout. That was crazy. I thought you were going unbroken for the 20s.
I definitely could have, but I started from the bottom. And like being with the hands a little taped up, I wasn't sure what that was going to feel like.
Yeah.
I was definitely kicking higher than I was wanting to. Yeah. I got California, which was legitimate.
Yeah.
And so I think that's a little bit.
Did you feel like it was more grip or more heart rate, more shoulders? What was the workout? Midline?
Execution, just making sure that like I don't get myself on the back with handstand. Because you miss a little bit and you take the guard and all of a sudden it's not something you do very often. You can easily miss it.
Yeah.
And the handstand, I wasn't hearing anything on like when to stop.
Right.
So I really want to make sure because that's a very costly no rep if you don't get that.
Absolutely. What is your favorite thing about the NorCal Classic? You were here last year. You're here back this year. Oh wow, fourth year. Nice. Yeah. What do you like about it?
I like the old school CrossFit. Like, there's nothing like this in Canada.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is my fourth year, like I said, and the community that comes together is amazing.
Yeah.
Ben Holder's family has always been so supportive of me every time I come here. Yeah. But it's also good used to working out in the heat.
Yeah.
That's something I don't do well.
Huge.
I'm used to multiple times I've competed.
Yeah.
So just try to get used to that before the game.
Absolutely.
So I didn't train out. Right. I feel it all weekend long.
Yeah, it's hot now. Yeah. How do you feel about the workouts being announced at Thursday, at the week? You don't have them 2 weeks in advance. You like that?
So people like to have people tested for them or whatever, have different scores that they can compare to. It's a big advantage for people that are part of training camps.
Yeah.
For me, who's by myself, the less information people get, the more fair it is.
Yeah.
So I love it. You just have to adapt.
Showing up with the blank slate, taking the tests.
Yeah.
You crushed that one.
And
Good job.
you can put on a deadlift for kill Taylor sometime.
Oh, man.
You won't.
I might have to for that. Let me grab that mic. Have a good one, Carolyn.
Wow. Taylor getting punked right there for a little Kill Taylor set up needing
Dude,
some deadlifts. That
Taylor
was
will
awesome.
definitely not program a deadlift because he sucks ass at deadlift.
That is awesome. We are into our final heat with a fantastic time to beat set by Carolyn Prevo in that last heat at 6:41. Our final athletes, who do we have out there, Mike, as we get into this last heat of this last event of this last day?
Woo! Man, Bill, this is the moment we wrap things up. Here we go with the final heat of the day. Amy Hosking, Grace Lochner, we got Samantha Pugh, Lee Storin, Carissa Stapp, our overall leader, Rachel Noel, Alex Kazan sitting in that second place position, Lily Burkhead, Emily Rolfe, Hattie Canyo, and Sydney Smith. Here we go. Do you know who Sydney Sweeney is, Bill?
And we're off for our last event here. Alex Gazan moving the bar, no problem. Do you think this is going to be, are we going to see something similar deadlift-wise with her from, like, as we did with Carolyn Prevo?
Oh, dude, definitely not. As you can tell with this first set of 10, not nearly as fast rep cycle-wise as we saw in the earlier heat from Caroline Prevo, but she's going to be very well on her hands. She's going to do very well on the rig. I can't imagine her falling off in terms of the workout pace on those movements specifically. Who is
Samantha
that?
Pugh
Look at
down here in
Samantha.
lane number 20, but Alex Gazan and her are to the bar first. Who's that right next to her? Looks like Leah Storin in the white. There's Alex Gazan on the right-hand side of your screen. And your leader going into this event, Miss Rachel Noel, just finished up her handstand walk. She gets herself to the rig. So we have a handful of ladies that have all made it to the rig. And this is one of the things that I have to think that we got to ask about, Rachel. We saw her do so well. I mean, win so many events, but the one that she didn't win on and had kind of an epic fail on was the gymnastic. Is that going to happen here with her?
Jeez Louise. I'm sorry, Bill. I'm way too distracted by this freaking flash lightning.
I mean, Leah Storin
Wow.
moving quick in that all white top.
That's funny. I thought Claire Bays was just an athlete staring at the handstand walking.
Waiting to see, where's our athlete? Where did she go?
Yeah, I know, right? Leah Storin.
Leah Storin, she's going to be down in lane 19, just off screen there. There's your leader trying to get back into the mix, Miss Rachel Noel. Alex Kazan trying to hold on to that second place position. Now, remember, we have to keep Carissa Stapp, who's off. She's out pretty much a ways. I mean, Carissa would have to win this and have the next two athletes, or Alex and Rachel, both do really terrible. So I don't think it's going to happen. But to see where they are, if they're going to be able to hold that. Rachel Noel right here on the lane 14 on the left-hand side of your screen. That's her right there.
Yep, and you can see, I think that's Carissa Stapp over in closest athlete to her.
Alex Kazan. Last year's champion. Oh, it looks like she got a no rep there. Not sure why she got that. Trying to figure out from the judge what the issue was.
Carissa struggling on these deadlifts. Ooh.
Rachel Noel not having too much of a problem. Look like she's not disconnecting too much from that. But Alex Kazan is the first to come off and putting herself back into that lead position. Little fall down there, trying to compose herself. She got a little angry at the judge. So we have to see if kind of control those frustrations a little bit.
Almost there. Got it. Yep,
There's a
coming
set of
down.
15 feet. Smart move to come down. I believe up at the top there is your leader in the heat. That's going to be Miss Leah Storin, I think.
She is flying. I believe
Maybe it's Grace
are.
Lochner. I can't tell who that is down there on the Toza bar.
About to find out here now. There's an athlete on that. That's Samantha Pugh.
That's Samantha Pugh.
Samantha
All right.
Pugh.
She snuck into that's who we were looking at.
Here we go. And I believe that's going to be Leah Storin just hopping up for the bar muscle up. Already got 1, 2, 3 athletes up there before Leah Storin, though. Look at the cycle rate of Leah Storin catching that very high.
Leah down in the all white down the bottom part of your screen there.
Very high extension in the top of the bar muscle up. Just a slight press out, saving the shoulders for the handstand walk. Man, she's looking to be aggressive. Is she going to go all 10 unbroken? Wow, Leah Storm. Wow, and Leah Storin straight up on her hands as we get a no rep from Samantha Pugh. Leah Storin is trying to take this.
Leah Storin is currently in 5th place. Samantha Pugh in 7th place. Both athletes well out of that top position, but trying to finish up strong as best that they can.
Yeah, because here's the thing, Bill. I know these athletes might be out of it in terms of those top 2 spots, but NorCal is where they throw the money. They pay out, I believe, to the top 10 spots here at the NorCal Classic. Higher you finish, the more money you're going to get. So if you're a semifinal athlete, level athlete, you're hearing this, you want to get some money, come out to the NorCal Classic. Come on.
Leah right there working through it. Man, that deadlift looks heavy.
God.
Same thing for Samantha
Jesus
Pugh.
Christ.
For both these athletes that were
Jesus.
flying on that dumbbell earlier, both of them seem to just have gotten stuck in the mud. But if you look down the field or up the camera slot here, you can see Alex Kazan in lane 14 not having any problem moving that bar.
Yeah, wow. Leah Storn looking like she's just doing 20 backbreakers here.
Is that Emily Rolfe up there in the blue walking to do her handstand walk? Did she move herself up in that lead position right next with Laura?
Wow.
With Leah Storin? Your leader overall, just, man.
That would make sense. I mean, Leah Storn was slow off the deadlift.
Emily Rolfe is up there with the blue shorts and the
that
black
is
top.
Emily Rolfe, yep.
Green shoes up on her hands.
But Sydney Smith looks, and Leah Storn are now battling it out. Let's go, Sweeney. Leah Storn coming off. Samantha Pugh also up on the toe to bar.
Emily Rolfe, can't count her out when you're looking at toes to bar. Look at the
that.
speed of Emily Rolfe. Waiting for a hand to go up between Emily and Sydney Smith down here on the left-hand side. Sydney takes the belt off. Emily Rolfe is back up, still waiting to see what Leah Storin does up the top with the white.
She had the hand in the air. Leah Storin on the handstand walk. Here it is. Looking to get some money.
Our time to beat was 6:41, set by Carolyn Prevost. And as we get Leah down to the end and she crosses, now she crosses 6:43, putting Carolyn Prevost as your winner of this event.
Caroline earning a little extra cash with that $1,000 event win.
Emily Rolfe comes across the 15-foot mark as she's trying to finish up her event here. Emily Rolfe was sitting in 6th place as she finishes up 7:04 unofficial.
Here comes Cindy Sweeney.
Sydney is across, who's in 10th place and comes in at about a 7:10 unofficial time. Samantha Pugh there, finishing it up. And waiting to see where our 2 leaders are.
Wow.
Alex Kazan and Rachel
Noel is still back on the deadlift.
Rachel Noel sitting in that 1st place position, 536 points. Alex Kazan, 21 points behind her. Carissa Stapp, 71 points. Alex Kazan just comes in right there.
Ooh.
So this might be good for Alex, depending on what Rachel's got going on. But I think Rachel might have that comfortable position or that cushion between the other athletes that are in there. Our other athletes like Leah Storin was 90 points out behind Rachel Noel. Same thing with Samantha Pugh, 123 points out.
And here's the thing though, Bill. I mean, a games ticket is nice, but damn, knowing that you could have had $20,000 with it, that would bother me more, honestly, driving home.
You can be bought. You obviously can be bought, Mike.
I can be bought, man.
Rachel Noel, your overall leader coming into the event here in this final day, final event.
Is that Chris?
Gets stuck up. Yep, gets hung up at that last little leg there of the handstand walk. Carissa Stapp comes across. Lily Burkhead comes through at just about the 850 mark, unofficial.
Uh-oh, someone's getting called back.
Whoa, whoa, Carissa Stapp. That's all the way
Oh,
back. We heard
wow.
about that costly no rep.
Yeah, because it's got to be the full length unbroken. Now, oh, whoa.
Oh, wow. Rachel just
For
looks
Rachel.
smashed.
Now, this is good. I mean, Carissa Stapp is where she shouldn't be after seeing.
This is good because of that?
Well, good for Rachel is what I'm trying to say, Bill. Good
I
for
got
Rachel.
you. I got you.
as we're-
Carissa is in. And we have about 30 seconds left to go here with Rachel Noel trying to get through the rest of these toes to bar. Rachel, who has had a fantastic weekend. Again, we talked about the one fumble that she had, which was on the ring muscle up thruster event, the NorCal Sioux 2. And then not having the success that she wants here again on the gymnastic. We'll have to see what the placing looks like for her. But we are about 5 seconds left before this event is done. And our leader on the last event gets capped. So we are going to have to make sure that we take a look at all of the results on Competition Corner to see exactly what that's going to look like for Rachel. Again, she did have a cushion there, but
Now,
I'm not
Leah
sure where everyone else,
Storen,
where they all fell.
Leah Storen gets second overall in the event, right, Bill?
Yeah, just behind Caroline. But we're going to go down the floor with Miss Leah Storen.
All right, guys, here with Leah Storen, winner of the final event in the women's field, all the way from Norway. What's that travel like? How long is it like? Oh,
It was the worst part. The worst part is the heat.
Yeah.
That's been kicking me the whole weekend. Including now.
Yeah.
It's a part of the journey, so it's fun and a good experience.
Yeah. On the first workout, you needed medical attention. Was that because of the heat? Yeah.
I started to feel sick.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened, but I felt really dizzy.
Yeah.
I just needed to get checked out.
Yeah.
But apparently I'm just just the heat very well.
Me too. Hey, did you know you were going to win this event? You were crazy on your hands. No hesitation. You finished it deadlift, ran to the line, kicked up.
I was very confident in this workout, but the barbell was completely shit to lift with the gloves and the hands ripping. And then there was blood everywhere, so it's like it started to become really tough to hold on to the bar.
Yeah.
I knew that the rest was going to go well, so I just needed to do what I could.
Yeah.
No matter what, I'm just happy.
You have experience competing quite a bit. You're out of CrossFit Krieger, correct? Yeah. So what makes you want to come to a competition like the Northern California Classic?
I did French 2 weeks ago.
Yep.
And finished one place out.
Yeah.
So we came here, and I've heard rumors that it tends to be a little bit skill-based,
Yeah.
gymnastic-based. That was the prank. There was no skills and no gymnastics
Yeah.
this weekend, so but I'm like winning yoga workouts, and I think I have a ton of learnings from just taking it on the spot.
Yeah.
That's good learning, but it's a good experience.
Yeah. Well, how do you feel about showing up to a competition and not knowing any of the workouts? You find them out Thursday night. Do you like that? Do you hate it?
I liked it,
Yeah.
but I think for me, the worst part is just that there's so much unknown things.
Yeah.
Like, except for the workouts, like on the CrossFit workouts, it was so warm and it smelled like sausage.
Yeah.
And that was like for me, like big, like oh shit, what did I do?
Yeah.
So it's good practice to like manage to lock in
Yeah.
when it's a lot of things happening around you.
Yeah.
And I'm a control freak, so that's hard, but it's a work in progress.
Yeah. How old are you, Liam?
I'm 22.
Awesome. What's your favorite thing about CrossFit?
And being my boyfriend.
Yeah, nice. All right, great job. You crushed it this weekend. Good job on the last event. Safe travels home. Thank you.
Miss Leah Storen smells like sausages. I didn't know if I smelled that. I think I probably
Like
would have
Teen
liked that.
Spirit.
I would have been hungry with that. Fantastic weekend. And again, we don't know exactly who won that event. You have to make sure that you check out Competition Corner to get all of the official results, barring any sort of issues that there may have been, but we try to do the best we can with the times that we have. So somewhere between Leah or Caroline was the winner of that event for the ladies. Also, make sure you check out where everyone else fell on the leaderboard to see exactly who our 2 men and our 2 women are. that'll be going to the CrossFit Games. Are we going to be hanging out and waiting to find that out? Or all right, so make sure you guys look on the leaderboard. It will be posted. It will be up on competitioncorner.com. Whether you're looking at the elite athletes or you're looking at any of your family or friends or gym members that were on here at the competition, you can check their scores out, see how they did, hype them up a little bit, and have some fun with them. Fantastic weekend.
Great weekend.
Give me your top takeaway from the weekend here. What's the best thing you saw all weekend?
Best thing I saw all weekend is just the community, man. The NorCal Classic is such a cool event where it truly, I know we spit this at the mouth all weekend, but it truly is that backyard, old school kind of 2008, 2009 era ranch CrossFit vibes out here. I can't express this enough. Even if you're not an athlete that's close to the Northern California area, even if you need to fly out, I know Wadapalooza is an event that a lot of athletes will take the money and time to fly out to, only to have it kind of rain out a lot of the times with the weather. That's totally not in their control. But if you're willing to kind of do that, I'm telling you guys, go out on a limb, come out to the Northern California Classic next year, sign up for one of these community events, sign up for the online qualifier. Who knows? If you're well enough, good enough, we might see you here on the elite floor, but we got tons and tons of divisions out here, and I can't express how much fun it is in this environment, just seeing everyone come together and just cheer on and just love on one another. It's so much fun.
Yeah, I think probably the coolest thing and the thing that I was most happy about for this event is there were a handful of things that happened last year, and everyone was up in arms about what it was, what the issues were. Should it be this way? Should it be that way? Should they be allowed to do it again? And I think whatever issues that there were, they by far cleared all those things out, and they had a fantastic event here for everyone. So,
what issues?
We'll talk about it later. I'm going to hit you in the throat again.
Cool.
All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and let you go home and take some rest. Go watch some other shows. Go see what else is out there. We have to make sure. Oh, do we have it?
I'll tell you what we should have is Biomax Peptides.
Okay. It looks like we're getting a little unofficial finish. Some leaderboards up there on Competition Corner. We'll put up what we have.
Yeah.
We'll say what it is. We're going to plaster it with an unofficial right on top of it, but we'll see what we can get here as we slide the ladies
while we do
leaderboard
that,
over.
Head on over to biomexpeptides.com. Use code NorCal. Get some peptides in you. Even if you're an athlete that can't do well in the elite division, maybe some peptides will help.
It looks like after all the events have been in, Miss Alex Gazan ends up with 588 points. Rachel Noel falls just a handful there, even with that rough ending on the last event, 579. So those will be your two athletes that make it to the CrossFit Games. Unofficially, I'm going to say that out there, unofficially. Leah Storen with that nice ending got her into the 541 point range in the third place. Emily Rolfe in fourth place. Nice ending up there for her. Do we have the guys we can put up?
Yeah, you know what else Alex is going home with?
$20,000.
$20,000.
$20,000.
Be careful driving home, Alex.
For the men, Tudor Magda is your leader, 596 points, with Dylan Hamming hanging into that position, 516. Unofficial, of course, unofficial. Mitchell Stevenson, 507, just outside the gate there of the two tickets to go to the CrossFit Games. Spencer Panchik hops in there. Pat Vellner in that seventh position. Not a bad finish for those guys as well. All right, again, totally unofficial. We don't know for sure. They're going to make sure if there's any issues, any appeals, or whatever else is going on, but that's what we'll put up and post up as unofficial. Other than that, we want to thank everyone for hanging out with us. For myself, for Mr. Poolboy, for Matt Souza, for Sevon Matosian, for Taylor Self, for Bryson Del Monte, for Brad, for Pat Rios. Did I miss anybody? Did I get Jenny in there?
Jenny, Ben, Blair,
and Blair,
all the
thank you very much, you
volunteers,
guys.
judges, everyone who put their blood, sweat, and tears in all the work to make this event happen, that did it all behind the scenes, behind the cameras. And I honestly cannot love on Ben and Blair enough. You guys did an incredible job this year. Great event, great programming. God, I'm even more excited for what's going to happen next year. Thank you again for allowing us to come and allowing us the privilege to live stream your event. You guys are truly awesome. Hope everything is just great the rest of the way. Here we go.
Yes, I'm giving you the wrap-up sign. Wrap it up. Thanks for hanging out with us, everybody. We'll see you at the CrossFit Games.
After all these years, we're still at it.
Incredible.
The cold, the wet, numbness, and hunger. The road is still the road, leading to the next coast. The next cast.
That is freaking cool.
A string of plans and expectations, folding into the messiness of a life well lived.
Pull up in the Benz, my bag like Prada. Really going in, going ham for God. Really thought I wouldn't, but I am what you thought. Oh, ay, yeah, I'm ballin' like Mare. Ay, and if you fake, disappear. Ay, and you don't
The
want
game is rigged and not in your favor. You've been sold the idea that health insurance has your back, but you're not a person to them. You're a number, a stat. It was never about your health. It's about their profit margins. But there's another way. It's community care, a healthcare system powered by the same values that make CrossFit more than just a workout, a community that helps each other, covers each other, and rises together through sickness and life's most unexpected challenges. It's time to rethink healthcare, to stop relying on the system that's failed us. They sell sick care. We power health. Community care.
I gravitate towards tube boot because I'm always looking for a belt that's lightweight and reliable that can keep up with my training in the gym. I just strap it on. I know it's going to take. I can loosen it, tighten it, whatever I need to do. I'm just going to have my back.
After all these years, we're still at it.
Incredible.
The cold, the wet, numbness, and hunger. The road is still the road, leading to the next coast. The next cast.
That is freaking cool.
A string of plans and expectations, folding into the messiness of a life well lived.